What's up, guys? So, I'm taking a break from watching the Friday the 13th movies right now, so I want to do something a little bit different. I saw the movies that came out this year, and I want to talk about them really fast. So, without further ado, let's start off with. Alright, so Game Night is written by the guys who wrote Spider Man Homecoming, Horrible Bosses 1 and 2, that Vacation remake. They've done a lot. And it stars Jason Bateman, Rachel McAdams, Todd from Breaking Bad, a whole lot of people. And it's basically about this game night gone wrong. I wasn't planning on seeing this because the trailers didn't excite me, but sorry. But the movie was actually really funny. I liked all the characters, I liked where it was going. Didn't see a lot of the twists coming. I thought that Jason Bateman and Rachel McAdams worked well off each other. And of course, Kyle Chandler was funny. Same thing with Todd from Breaking Bad. It's on HBO right now, so if you have HBO, go watch it. But the next one I watched was Netflix's. Alright, so I hadn't really known about this movie, so I went in completely blind. And I want to let you do the same thing because all I want to say is that it stars Dan Stevens from Beauty and the Beast and Michael Sheen. That's all I'm going to say about this. It's really creepy, atmospheric, and honestly, if you have 2 hours to kill, this is a great horror movie to watch this year. So, yeah, Apostle. Next up, we have another Netflix movie, a documentary about. So, for those who don't know, Quincy Jones is a mega producer who produced Thriller, a bunch of Sinatra, and a bunch of other famous artists. And it's directed by his daughter, Rashida Jones, from Parks and Rec and Office fame. It's very heartwarming, very moving. You feel sorry for this guy, what he went through, how his work affected his family, and why he is the way he is. He's a mad genius who's produced Thriller, Bad, Off the Wall, just name a few Michael Jackson ones. He's won multiple Grammys. He's just a mega producer, a mega film score composer. He did The Color Purple. He was one of the reasons why the movie The Color Purple happened, and he wanted Spielberg to do it. And throughout it, you hear Ray Charles, Sinatra, Spielberg, and his ex-wife, one of his ex-wife's voices, talking about him. And it's just a celebration of him. He's thankfully still alive, but yeah, it's just a really good documentary. I think it's one of the best ones this year, behind Won't You Be My Neighbor, Won't You Be My Neighbor, and Come Inside My Mind, the Robin Williams documentary. All right, let's take a break from the documentaries and stuff, and let's talk about something recent with Smallfoot. And this is produced by the same people who produced Storks, which I really loved. And it stars Channing Tatum as a Yeti. And it's basically the reversal of most Yeti movies, where the Yetis aren't the mythical creatures, it's us humans as the mythical creatures. And it stars not only Channing Tatum, but Zendaya, Common, Danny DeVito, LeBron James, and James Corden. And honestly, this was just a cute movie. I thought this was really cute. It's a musical, which I didn't expect, but hey, whatever. It's funny, it's heartwarming, and there's a lot of moments where you're just like, oh, that's kind of cute. It's harmless for kids, and actually really good for kids. It's not deep like Incredibles 2 or Coco. It's not terrible like Norma the North. It's just a cute movie. Honestly, go see this over a lot of the Illumination stuff that's out right now. But yeah. Next up, funny story. Austin and I were supposed to originally review this movie. We had plans to go see this and do it wasn't that bad of it. Boy, but we didn't. Hurricane Heist. This is just a 2000s movie out in 2018 for some reason, directed by the guy from Fast and the Furious, starring Liam Neeson's daughter from Taken and Doctor Doom from the Fantastic Four movie from 3 years ago. This movie's just stupid. Let's talk about something good. All right, let's address the controversy around this movie first. So, when it first came out and premiered at, I think, TIFF, is what it said, or was it? It was one of the film festivals. There were reports that there wasn't the infamous Neil Armstrong flag planting scene. And a lot of people got upset with that, mainly because some reason it's supposed to be this iconic moment. But Damien Chazelle said that's the reason why I didn't do it. It was so iconic that I just couldn't recreate it. But there is an American flag in it after Neil Armstrong's walking around the moon, just for a brief second, so I don't really see the big problem. But anyways, First Man is about Neil Armstrong and the tests from the Gemini program to landing on the moon for Apollo 11. And along the way, the successes, the failures, the death, and how Neil Armstrong interacts with all of those with his family. It's directed by Damien Chazelle, who previously did Whiplash and La La Land, and honestly, this is his best film to date. This is more grounded and feels like an actual movie. Rather than an actual movie, it feels like real life. I was a fan of Whiplash. I didn't care for La La Land. I thought Ryan Gosling was good in this movie, but not best actor worthy. I thought the only person who deserves to be nominated from this movie is Claire Foy as Neil Armstrong's wife. She was really good in this movie. You can tell that she gave it her all, and she deserves every nomination and award she gets for this movie. Other than that, Jason Clarke, Kyle Chandler, Dougie from Breaking Bad, Corey Stoll's in this movie as Buzz Aldrin. He's great. Yeah, this was just a really good movie. A lot of this stuff, the sound effects were brilliant, and I think that it shouldn't go unrecognized. Damien Chazelle really proves himself as a director who can do action scenes somewhat with all the explosions and failures. And honestly, this was one of the most intense movies I've watched because of the stakes that were going in. We all know that they landed on the moon, but the tests were really good. Anyways, that's what I saw this week. To recap, Game Night, Apostle, Quincy, Smallfoot, Hurricane Heist, and First Man. Have you seen any of those movies? What did you think? Comment below. Thanks. Have a good day.